This is where coffin torture comes in. In some cases, this might consist of a person being confined to a very small metal or wooden cage, and that cage was then strung up to a structure we sometimes called a gibbet.
The inventions on today's list are extremely messed up. Some, thankfully, are no longer used today, whereas some may be used in the near future. From a smile mask used to cure depression to a TV that watches you while you watch it. Let's talk about these and more only in today's video. Top 10 scary inventions in history that should be forgotten, part 4. Starting off this countdown, we have the smile mask. In the wake of World War I, Budapest, Hungary saw a lot of their residents take their own lives. One way they thought they could handle this problem was through smile school. Yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. It started as a joke by Professor Gino and a hypnotist named Binkso, but then it actually turned into a real-life thing. Basically, it was a school that taught everyone about smiles and analyzed different people's smiles, like the Mona Lisa smile. One thing that they invented at the school was the smile mask. It was given to people with depression to wear and was believed to cure it. Basically, it was like a card with a painted smile on it that was then strapped to your face. It was thought that just by wearing a fake smile, it would automatically cure your depression. But in reality, it looks terrifying, like some sort of torture device from the Saw movies. I don't think this worked. If anything, it would have made the depression worse. Like, who wants to walk around wearing that 24/7? In our 9th spot, we have the guillotine. I'm sure you all know about this execution device. If not, pay attention in school, okay? So this consists of a razor-sharp blade attached to a rope. The victim's head was placed in the middle of the frame, and then the blade was dropped, and well, you know, the head would be severed from the rest of the body. At least it was quick and easy. As a result, they considered it to be the most humane method of execution. But still, let's not bring this back, okay? Okay. Moving on, at number 8, we have the social credit system. And if you guys are liking this video so far, then make sure to smash that like button. So this next one is literally a Black Mirror episode in real life. Basically, there is a system in the works that will record your behavior and hand out points as a result. They will monitor your online presence, as well as your financial wealth, and how social you are. The better this all is, then the better your score will be. People then can check those scores, like future employers, and those with better scores will do better in society. Believe it or not, but they are already using this in China. They're currently enrolling everyone into a national database and ranking every citizen. Like I said before, this is literally like that one episode from Black Mirror. If you've seen it, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll also know why it's a bad idea. In our 7th spot today, we have the tub, and I'm not talking about a bathtub. No, this is another torture device used in medieval ages. So this involved placing the convicted person in a wooden tub. Only their head would be sticking out. Their face would then be painted with milk and honey, attracting flies and other insects. They would then feast on the person. You thought that was bad? Well, they would continue to feed the victim, so they would, have to do their business in the bathtub and then sit in their own waste. But eventually, they were basically eaten alive by insects, which is horrifying. In our 6th spot today, we have the automatic tip requester. This next device was invented in 1955 by a man named Russell E. Oakes. It was designed primarily for hotel bellhops. So basically what it is this creepy hand that would strap onto their back. It literally looks like an arm is growing out of their lumbar spine. But anyways, after they helped the guest could then tip the bellhop by putting money on the creepy hand. The money would then fall into a cash box that was also strapped onto the bellhop. Here's the thing though, if the tip was too low, a no sale sign would pop up and inform the tipper that their tip was not enough. Which, I mean, if you ask me, is really embarrassing. Like, imagine tipping someone and they're like, oops, sorry, that's not enough, like we actually need more. So awkward. So I can see why that flopped. Not only that, but the hand on the back just looks really freaking creepy. Like, am I staying at the Haunted Mansion or what? We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with the heretics fork. Basically, this was a torture device that consisted of a wrench-type device that was strapped to a victim's neck. Except both ends were super sharp. One end was pushed under the victim's chin, the other against their sternum. They were then strapped in and hung from the ceiling. Now, they had to keep their head up because if they dropped it, then this device was going into their chest and their throat. So I'll say it so you guys don't have to. Disgusted? Seriously. Ugh. Moving on to number 4, we have the whispering grocery store. Like, this just sounds creepy, and it is. So what if you were out shopping and all of a sudden you heard someone whispering in your ear? Wouldn't that freak you out? Well, companies are trying to make this a thing, where they have ads playing in grocery stores, so when you're looking at a product, the voice will be telling you all the reasons why you should buy that product. That sounds an awful lot like mind control to me. No thank you. Now, a company called the Holosonics has invented something called the Audio Spotlight System. Basically, they are tiny speakers that can be used for this, in-store advertising. But you have to be standing in the right place to hear it. It's not just like a bunch of ads playing at the same time through the grocery store's big PA system. No, that would be hectic. This is just like, no, just think of like going to a museum and listening to something that tells you about the piece of art that you're looking at. That's what it is, but 10 times creepier and totally unnecessary. Moving on to number 3, we have coffin torture. Back in the day, people had some sick torture inventions. Seriously, it's like they had fun inventing the most gruesome ways for people to die. This being one of them. Coffin torture involved placing the accused inside a caged coffin. They're locked in so they can't move at all. Sometimes they were even stripped naked before being placed in there. And then they were hung somewhere for everyone to see. The time they were stuck in there depended on their crime. Most were just left there to die, falling victim to dehydration or malnutrition. Some would even be picked to death by birds and insects. And again, they couldn't do anything about it because they were completely immobile. Coming in at number 2, we have the knee splitter. And it's as bad as it sounds. This was another pretty gruesome torture device from the medieval ages. Basically, the device was 2 wood blocks connected by 2 large screws, and it was lined with sharp spikes. This was then placed on the front of the knee and then directly behind. Then it was turned, and the blocks would move closer and closer to each other. Then the sharp metal would just dig deeper and deeper into the flesh. You get it, okay? It would completely destroy the victim's knees, and it would probably be super painful. And in our number 1 spot today, we have the TV that watches you. Technology is getting way too advanced. Like, people need to calm down. Well, Verizon has a patent for this smart TV that watches your every move. It's terrifying. It can detect your movements, sounds, and reactions to what you're watching. It then records it and creates ads that are geared specifically towards you. No thank you. Isn't that terrifying? Like, you won't have any privacy anymore. I swear, you can Google toilet plungers once, and for the next week, all the ads on your computer are gonna be for toilet plungers. It's already intense. But this has gone way too far. Not only that, but like, let's say you and your spouse are fighting while your TV is on. It's gonna detect this and legit start making ads for like couples counseling. I'm not making that up. It's insane. This is too far. Just stop. Just let us watch TV in peace. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these inventions you found the creepiest. And now, speaking of comments, we're gonna move on to our comment shout out portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video, top 10 real phobias that people actually have, part 2. Malik Moo commented, I'm afraid of butterflies or bugs that can fly in general. But good video. Moths. Moths are... Ooh, I don't like them. Okay, no. VJ Desert commented, I know it's weird, but I have leguminophobia or the fear of beans. Oh, legumes. Okay, that makes sense. Why? You just don't like the taste of them, or do they actually like freak you out just by looking at them? I want to know now. I want to know now. Cookie commented, meanwhile, Octodad went on to have his own successful video game. Yo, literally? I totally forgot about that game. It brings back memories, like how he just walks and then he's like flopping all over the place and you gotta hide. I want to go play that now. That's actually a great game. Anyway, how did that relate to the video? I don't know. But cool, okay. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the most amazing top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see ya.